Welcome back to the Sholder Spotlight Podcast. I am your community leader and host, Adriana. Today we have with us Tyler Woods.
Bravo. Round of applause. Happy to be here.
Well, it's exciting to have you. We're super grateful that you are a part of the community. You're a pillar to the community, and we're excited to get Sholder up and running and have you on board with us. So, if you were gonna tell the Sholder community, who is Tyler? Who is Tyler?
It's the deepest question. I've become someone who's doing that work on a soul level and helping others do that work, right? Like, who are you underneath all this stuff, all these situations? I'm more than just I'm Tyler, I'm a coach and I'm a shoulder. I'm Tyler, I'm a human being. I'm Tyler, I'm a soul remembering my light. I'm Tyler, I'm living in LA. I'm Tyler, I'm someone who has tremendous presence. I'm Tyler, I'm someone who has experienced a lot of distrust in myself and hurt, and healing through that to turn around and use it as a superpower. There's so many things, and in this moment, I'm just someone who is present, likes to connect, get in my head sometimes. I'm someone who likes to be in my body, in my heart. Someone who is spiritual and open to the idea that we're very multidimensional beings. That's more than just what we see, feel, and experience on a daily basis. And I'm someone who's tapping into my own inner wisdom and remembering that I've got it, because for a long time I thought that sharing and listening, or listening without speaking, was not as great as I need to be out there and sharing. I need to be really. And so I'm someone who's growing and realizing my own inherent value and worth. And I'm someone who is actively seeking to expand, doing that inner work, that inner purpose, right? Just having a more and more enriching human experience. I'd say I'm a very intentional person. I do my best to be conscious and ridiculous and silly. And I have a level of seriousness to the gravity of existence. There's also meaningless and means nothing, and we can just all be silly and goofy. What more do I want to say about myself? I have a life story. It's great. And I actively seek to define who I am in this moment, carry that forward and express it. And it's usually more of a felt sense, Someone else goes oh yeah, I get the sense of you. Words are just the content around it. And so, yeah.
Tell me, Tyler, why did you choose to be a shoulder?
I didn't choose to be a shoulder. The shoulder chose me.
Oh yeah, let's hear. That's a common answer, actually. So
yeah.
let's hear your story around it.
I don't know what anyone else's story is. It sounds like it's pretty similar, but I was in a space where I was free floating and finding my purpose, and somehow I found this Shoulder Foundations workshop at the perfect time, and I was great, that's exactly what I want to do. And I just have been in the community ever since. That was August of 2022, a time of big radical change and transformation for me, and Shoulders kind of just showed up right there and there.
What about the 5 shoulder skills do you like?
What about them? Do I have to choose one, or do I what about each one do I really, really like?
You could choose one.
Okay. Well, in this moment, if I've had to choose a favorite, it would be embodiment, because there's so much wisdom when I get out of my head and just drop into everything else. And it just, even just before this call, breathing was totally effortless to take away whatever stories and brain thoughts were happening before. So I love getting into my body and helping people do the same.
Okay, next question.
Next question.
What gifts do you believe you bring to Shoulder? Like
Gosh.
empathy, compassion, listening. You give me
What
your
the gifts I bring to Shoulder are the gifts that I have by merely existing. My presence in itself is a wonderful gift. And when I'm able to connect with someone, really put my attention on someone, that presence is a really powerful gift, because it helps people find their own presence, right? And so it's that connection is kind of a it's like a dynamo of finding the present moment, right? So, yeah. Beyond that, I bring my story, my personality, my humor, whatever I've learned, and just distill it down in presence and transmit it with my being, whatever that looks like.
How has Shoulder influenced your relationship with friends and family?
I remember it may have been after the foundations workshop, being on the phone with my mom, and I didn't have this desire to fix anything or solve anything, to just hold space and ask a few questions. Felt really freeing for me to just be there as a witness and a connection without having to have any responsibility for my mom. And so I remember that just taking away, like, oh yeah, it is really powerful to listen, and taking the focus off of trying to have any outcome is just really, it's really healthy. Yeah.
Okay. We're just blowing through these questions.
We've got plenty
What
of
about
questions.
Shoulder inspires you?
The idea, well, oh my gosh, that I think it's a Ram Dass quote. We're all just walking each other home. That we can all provide care for each other, and a service that connects people to do that is just so fantastic. And that the idea is we don't have to go to some big place and spend years of our lives to become professional space holder, when we also have this innate gift of our presence to just show up, be there for someone when they need to share. So I think it's a really beautiful thing that's distilled this really simple human connection down to just, I see you. What's going on?
So how has your life changed because of Shoulder?
How has my life changed because of Shoulder?
Hopefully
Shoulder has given me, yeah. Shoulder has given me an outlet and an avenue to remember how powerful it is to listen and to be living my purpose, which is to share my presence with others so they can, have presence within themselves. And it's been more than, there's been community as well. I've met so many amazing people and just been, part of something very, very special and dear. Watching it grow and expand has been a real treat. And to just know that I'm a part of this is just a beautiful community, and it's a place where I get to do something that I love to do, and having that awareness that that's a thing, that's a place I get to come back to, is really exciting. So it's a foundational part of my life and my purpose.
Okay, so last question. If you were to leave Shoulder tomorrow, what insights you learned through shouldering might you take with you?
does anyone ever really leave? Like, what does that even mean? I can't leave shoulder. Once a shoulder, always a shoulder. I would take away the power of that arc of being in a place where someone can just express whatever they need and to prompt with some questions and then to recap it. Like, that's healing on any level, professionally, just in a relational level. Yeah, the power of presence and reflection is an amazing thing.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tyler. This has been a great interview. Really appreciate you being here, and look forward to seeing what you can do with Sholder.
Woo woo!